Right, introduce yourself and tell us, why do you do this?
Hello, I'm Robbie Spencer, and I do reenacting because I enjoy history, but mainly I like the firearms and the weapons. And ain't many places you can go out and shoot anymore, but I like it because we get to use the rifles and the pistols and all that.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Introduce yourself and tell us, why do you do this?
My name's Randy Byington. I'm with the 50th Virginia Infantry. I do this because I've always enjoyed history and had an interest in Civil War, and there's just no better way to learn history than to get out here and try to live it. And the closest we can never be completely accurate, but trying to get an insight into some of the things that we're experiencing in the 1860s is really just a whole lot of fun and a great learning experience.
Introduce yourself and tell us, why do you do this reenacting?
I'm Captain Joy Verbal of the 50th Virginia Company H. We portray a unit out of Southwest Virginia that mustered out of the Wise County Courthouse. Most of our members have relatives out of the Virginia units. Their ancestors actually fought in the Virginia unit, so we wanted to portray a Virginia unit out of the Army of Northern Virginia. And most of us do it because of our love for history and trying to give our younger generation an idea of what it was like, what they went through. Most of us, as you can tell by looking at us, we're too old to have actually been fighting in the Civil War, but a lot of the young children or young people nowadays, they don't really understand what actually happened in the war between the states, and we try to give them a little idea of what it was actually like.
Thank you very much. Hello, introduce yourself and tell us, why do you do reenacting?
I'm Major Monty Baker of the 1st Virginia Cavalry, and we do this reenactment. It's part of Tennessee history, part of Virginia history, in the Southwest Virginia portion of it. 1st Virginia was in this area along with 50th and a lot of other companies. Pappy Hawthorne, who hosts this event and everything, he's been doing it now for about 5 years, and we've been privileged to help him out.
Yes, thank you very much. Introduce yourself and tell us, why do you do reenacting?
I am Lieutenant Randy Glass with the 1st Virginia Cavalry out of Abingdon, and I do reenacting because I have a love of history, and I had ancestors who fought on both sides during the war, and I just like to keep that part of history alive.
Tell us your name and why do you reenact?
My name is Robert Stevens, and I reenact with my father-in-law. He actually is the captain of the company. We just formed a new company, the 43rd Tennessee Company E. We've been doing it for about 5 years now. Started off as a 37th, but now we're our own unit, the 43rd. We do it to honor all the ancestors, both Union and Confederate, and to prolong the history for the children today, since how it's not really taught in most of the classrooms anymore.
Hold him, gentlemen, hold him now!
Introduce yourself and tell us why you reenact.
I'm Mitchell Levesey, and I reenact because my great-great-grandfather was a real Civil War soldier. He was a sergeant in the 43rd Tennessee, and that's what we are, 43rd Tennessee Company E. They were originally from Rogersville, Tennessee, but our company's coming out of Speedwell, Tennessee. And these guys started out up in Rogersville, went to Knoxville for their basic training. Got to go up into Kentucky. They were in the siege of Vicksburg, got captured, got paroled, went back, got their uniforms on, went back to fighting. By the end of the war, they were Jefferson Davis's personal escort down into Georgia when he went down into Georgia. So this is our flag for our company, and that's why I reenact.